The latest. Thank you for your love and support. I appreciate you all. For some days now, we all know what has been happening in South Africa, where our brothers and sisters have reason to claim that we, the blacks who are in South Africa, are the reason to which they are going through the pain. They don't own their land, they don't own their institution, their hospitals, they can't go to school. So for that matter, they are going around closing shops. They've even unalived a lot of people. Julius Malema, that if the foreigners they claim are responsible for their predicament, if the shops are finally closed and they leave, will this get them the jobs they are looking for? Will this solve their problems? Will this bring back the land they are looking for? What at all will it add to? To the point that they go to the hospitals, sacking pregnant women, going to schools, chasing children out of school. And the people who are the real problem of South Africa are just roaming around. Nothing is happening to them, to the point that you have our black brothers and sisters who are still singing and dancing while these people are sitting down watching.
I want to speak about the xenophobia and Afrophobia that we have practiced here in South Africa today. And I want to challenge you. You say Zimbabweans take your job, Nigerians take your jobs, and you march and close shops and beat up people. Tell us, after doing that, how many jobs have you created? By beating up these Nigerians, by beating up these Ghanaians, by beating up these Zimbabweans, loading them. If you load them, I have not seen anyone being loaded. No one. And you say they take jobs from you. You have beat them up, you have taken them out of the country. How many jobs have you created after that? Because the battle should be about jobs. You beat people because they took your jobs. They ran away. You close a shop that hires 5 people and say they take our jobs. After closing that jobs, how many jobs have you created? Unskilled men with no skill, none whatsoever, say somebody took their job. The only skill they know is to drink Intelis, Impesu, and all of that nonsense, and want to pretend like they are revolutionaries as it were. I don't want your vote if you behave like that. Take them away. If the MK wants it, give it to them. I don't want the votes that says to me, I must hate Africans for you to vote for me. I'll never do that. That I must go take an African child out of school, proud elderly person, pushing a child, an African child that looks like you. I must go to a school and push a child that looks like Opano, my child, and say, get out of school. The same way apartheid did, and push Lindiwe Zulu out of school, Lindiwe Zulu out of school, and saying, you are not worthy of education. I must repeat that. I must do that. I will never do that. You can take your votes. Let me die with my conscience very clear. I will never refuse a pregnant woman of African descent to give birth in the clinics of South Africa. Never will I do that. I did not join politics because I wanted to be anything. I joined politics because I saw it as a necessity to unite and fight the apartheid system and deliver the economic freedom to our people. I don't want anything from anyone. Whether you jail me for 5 years, for 7, I don't care. The reason why I'm appealing you, the reason why I'm challenging, it's not for me. It's for my wife and my kids. I can be this strong. My family might not be this strong. I do it for them. Nelson's children, Nelson's wife, when he came out of prison, they were not normal people. Till today, they are not. Nelson was strong, but his family was not. And sometimes we ought to forget about ourselves as revolutionaries and think about our families and what our families are going to go through. I'm not scared of prison because I didn't do anything wrong. I know I'm fighting the system. it hates me for telling the truth. I never lie. No one can ever caught me in a lie. If I'm about to tell a lie, I don't tell at all. I keep quiet. So you'd rather accuse me for not telling you, but you can't accuse me for lying to you. I don't lie. I'm hated for that. I don't go around lying to people. When you lie, I tell you, why do you do that? Why do you lie? I don't lie that whites own the majority of the land. That's our problem. We want the land. Your problem is not Zimbabweans. No Zimbabwean owns the land. You chase them out of the country. Do you have the land? You chase them out of the country. You beat them up. Do you own the factories? Do you own the strategic means of production? Do you own the economy of this country after beating up fellow Africans? And you don't realize that the same people who made you fight each other during apartheid are the same ones who are doing the same. The provinces that are fighting black on black violence are the same that did during apartheid. The tribe that is fighting black on black violence is the one that did during apartheid. At the center of black on black hatred is a state-sponsored and capital-sponsored hatred to distract you from giving you economic opportunities, to make you blame wrong people for your misfortunes. There's no Zimbabwe that took a land from you. There's no Zimbabwe that took a tender from you. There's no Zimbabwe that took a job from you. There are no jobs. The jobs Zimbabweans are doing, you don't want to do them. You are so educated enough to can do those slave jobs. That's why, not that you are lazy. You are not lazy, you know your worth. And you're refusing to do those jobs. That's what I'm hated for. For saying they've got and stole. The people who stole your land are white conquerors, are white colonialists. It is written in books. No Zimbabwean conquered you, no Nigerian conquered you. Why are you turning your back on what is the true reflection of who we are to want to entertain sponsored contemporary politics that seeks to distract you from why you are unemployed? They are moving you away. Apartheid did the same. It made the ANC to fight with the IFP so that they are distracted from fighting for the liberation of South Africa. The script is the same. The writers of the script are the same people. Why are you not learning from your history? That we are being made stupid. We are being taken advantage of. They are repeating what they did in the past when they went into quarters and made us to fight one another in the hostels and kill each other. Same people are doing it today. You are refusing to think. You are refusing to be critical. You are thinking about the next election. If I say this, I won't get elected. Hell no. I'm not part of a script that is written by apartheid collaborators. I joined the struggle to unite African people and make them to be one. You must never ever claim to love us if you don't love your family. Why do you go around building houses and coming to stand here and pledge a house when your family has got no roof over its head? You are so pretentious. Why don't you have a burial society? When Colin's mother has got a burial society for the box, for the cow, for the tent, for all of that. An old woman like this, when you die, we must all come together and put sense. But you were the biggest bowler here in Joburg, popping champagne. How stupid can you be? Why do you allow apartheid to continue its mentality in you? Why do you seek to impress people?
And I don't know the reason to which Africans tend to blame their brothers and sisters for their backwardness. It's like we are not being taught properly. And this is what is happening all over Africa, because whenever there's a situation that we need to tackle, instead of us to channel the energy towards the system and the politicians, we tend to be blaming our brothers and sisters, claiming that they are responsible for whatever we are going through. We'll be crying that they are here taking our jobs, they are doing this, they are not supposed to do that. In Africa, we are all one people, regardless of what. These people brainwash us to the point that we don't see the real person who is after us. We are fighting among ourselves, and people come into the continent to be taking the resources for free. And that we watch. The African does nothing. We can even go to the extent of helping them load these things to be shipped. And we don't see anything wrong with that. But your brother or your sister who has moved from one place to the other into your country tends to be your problem. And we ask you, do you own your land? Have you been liberated? Do we own our institutions? Do we own the politicians? What do we own that shows that as Africans, we owe these things? And that was the reason to which Dr. Kwame Nkrumah said, political independence without economic independence is meaningless. And we are seeing that the leaders in South Africa, instead of Cyril Ramaphosa to come out condemning the thing for failure to fight against apartheid, we are seeing that the leaders are watching, because this is how the politicians want us. So now that they are attacking their brothers and sisters who are black people, it favors the politicians because they are making their work easy. It means that they are doing everything right for their people. This is not good. And we don't expect ourselves to be doing this to ourselves in this information age where we have every information available. If people control, just about 7 to 8 control the majority of the land, about 80%. What has that got to do with your brother or your sister who is a black person working in South Africa? Is it their problem? The system is working against you. And instead of you to fight against the system, you are rather fighting against your own brother who has no responsibility of doing anything in your country. And this is how they want us. And sometimes it saddens my heart to see that even in this 21st century, we are still doing this to ourselves. And we ask, when we'll wake up? When will we ever unite? When will we ever see the true problem of the African to fight against it? It's very, very sad. Sacking your brothers and sisters will not change the narrative in South Africa. It will not solve your problems. Nothing will change for you until you start fighting for your land. The land is all that you need. And fight for total sovereignty. To chase after the politicians, the people you have given the power to manage your affairs. They are the reason, not your brothers and sisters, because they control nothing. We are the only ones that can set ourselves free. United we stand, divided we fall, and united we keep standing forever and ever. The greatest enemy of the African is mental slavery. So let's decolonize ourselves from mental slavery. Let's keep sharing to educate our brothers and sisters. Together we'll make Africa great for ourselves and the next generations that are going to come. So that's the latest around the world, in Africa, Southern Africa, and in South Africa.